working to connect a region of over 600 million bridges between our lands.
Good evening, I'm Alma Angeles and you're watching ASEAN in Focus on tonight's headlines. DILG Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr. today asked all police officials from the rank of full colonel up to generals to submit a courtesy resignation. This amid the controversy that hit the Philippine National Police in connection with the alleged return of ninja cops or those involved in the recycling of illegal drugs. A political analyst expressed hope that President Marcos Jr. would be both decisive and adamant in handling maritime issues with China in the South China Sea during his 3-day state visit there. The number of reported fatalities from the torrential rains and floods caused by the shear line in late December has climbed to 52. And later, we'll find out from Jenna Lynn how Filipinos in Australia are celebrating 2023. First in our news, DILG Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr. today asked all police officials from the rank of full colonel up to the generals to submit a courtesy resignation. This amid the controversy that hit the Philippine National Police anew. This in connection with the alleged return of ninja cops or those involved in the recycling of illegal drugs. The DILG chief's call stemmed from the series of big-time drug hauls in Manila and Taguig involving officials of the PNP and PIDEA. Take a look.
Napakarami pa, pero pa sa Quezon City. Pero ano ang pinakamalaki sa lahat? Ito yung nangyari dito sa Maynila. Pero paano nangyari sa Maynila? Mga kababayan, ito'y nagsimula noong nagkaroon ng buy-bust dito sa Ermita. Isang nagngangalang sa Lingguba Acadero ang nagbebenta ng droga at siya ay tiga Santa Cruz, Maynila. Si Acadero ay nagbenta ng 2 kilo. Ang halaga nito ay 13.6 million. At kung siya ay nahuli, may sinabi siya na kasangkot ang isang pulis dito. Dahil dito ay sinama gumawa agad ang operasyon ng Philippine National Police at doon natuntun ang isang malaking bodega. Nakita rito at nahuli ang isang Master Sergeant ng Philippine National Police. Ang pangalan niya, Rodolfo Mayo.
These with his PNP ID, PIDEG ID, caliber 9mm Beretta, magazines loaded with live ammo. Pero higit pa rito ay naituro ni Mayo kung saan nanggaling ang kanyang mga droga at bumuluga hindi lamang sa Philippine National Police, kung hindi sa buong bansa. Probably ang pinakamalaking huli sa kasaysayang ng PNP. Higot kumulang 990 kilograms ng shabu. Sa street value nito ay nakakalaga ng between 6.7 to about 7 billion pesos. Ang nagbebenta mismo ng shabu ay ang chief ng PIDEA dito sa lugar na ito. Ang pangalan niya, Enrique Lucero Gumba, ang chief ng PIDEA sa Southern District Office, Anthony Albastro Alcazar, Agent Jaire Laguno, Mark Warren Malyo. Sa investigasyon na ginawa ng ating kapulisan, nakakabigla na malalim na ang impeksyon dito sa kapulisan. Yung kay Mayo, hindi lamang si Mayo kung hindi marami pang pulis ang kasangkot dito. Sa PIDEA ay ganun rin. Ano ang sinasabi ko, mga kababayan? mahirap lumaban sa gera na ultimo ang kakampi mo ang babarel sa likod mo. It is a very radical approach to this problem. But I do believe we must cleanse our ranks. Kaya ako ay umaapila sa lahat ng full colonel hanggang general to submit a courtesy resignation.
To other news now, a political analyst is expressing hope that President Marcos Jr. would be both decisive and adamant in handling maritime issues with China in the South China Sea during his 3-day state visit there. Dr. Froilan Calilong, who teaches political science at the University of Santo Tomas, acknowledged that the sea row would always be a touchy subject between the two countries. Let's listen in.
It would be good for the country. But I hope that the president will also be very adamant and decisive about and very decisive, at the same time, na wag talagang ibigay ano man yung atin, a part of our sovereignty, not to give it up to China, because this is something that a president, being the head of state and the chief architect of our foreign policy, should actually maintain. And I think maaari nating isipin that our president, sa mga nauna niyang pahayag, lagi nga niyang binabanggit that the Philippines will be a friend to all and an enemy to none. Maaaring isa to sa mga usapin na medyo masasabi nating delicate at medyo sana mapag-usapan. Okay? At para magkaroon din ng masasabi natin na decisive move on both heads of state para talaga ma-resolve na at malaman natin ano ba talaga ang posisyon ng China patungkol nga rito sa West Philippine Sea, because in our case our position is very clear, and this is of course concomitant with the decision of the International Tribunal that we won in 2016. Both heads of state will try to exercise utmost diplomacy in towing the line in this very, very delicate matter. Pero I would like to believe the statements that were made by our president that he's willing to explore patterns of cooperation with China, probably joint cooperations, oil exploration. I think would be good for the country.
In November 2018, the Philippines signed a memorandum of understanding with China on joint oil and gas development in the West Philippine Sea. Due to constitutional constraints and issues on the country's sovereignty, the Philippines, during the Duterte administration, terminated the talks before President Marcos assumed his presidency in June last year. Meanwhile, political analyst Professor Calilong also emphasized the importance of President Marcos' state visit to China in setting the tone of bilateral relations between the two countries. The president proceeded with his China trip despite rising coronavirus cases in the Asian giant.
Na merong mga, I think may nakalatag, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, 10 hanggang 14 na mga bilateral relations and bilateral transactions. So this is going to be very, very important for us, lalo na sa atin, dahil may mga investment packages na maaring mapirmahan na naglalayo na gumawa at magtaguyod ng mas maraming hanap buhay, trabaho para sa atin. Naglalayon din ito na isulong yung ating pakikipagkalakalan sa bansang China, at ito ay makakatulong ng malaki sa pagpapalawig nga at pagtataguyod lalong-lalo na ng ating ekonomiya. Na sa ngayon, kung makikita natin, medyo nandun pa rin yung epekto nga ng pandemya sa atin, nandyan pa rin yung epekto ng mataas na presyo ng mga bilihin, ng langis. So I think this is going to be a very opportune time for us na magkaroon ng mga patterns of cooperation with a regional superpower, an economic superpower that in the case of China. Not only that, I think we will be also venturing into patterns of strengthening yung ating digital communications, no, between the two countries. And of course, nandiyan din yung tourism aspect, nandiyan din yung pagpaigting ng ating tinatawag na Belt Road Initiative. So sa kapakanan ng ating mga tagapanood, no, ang Belt Road Initiative ay sinimula ni President Xi Jinping noong 2013 kung saan nagkakaroon ng mga estruktura, no, na inilalatag ang China mula sa parteng na to ng East Asia hanggang sa Europa, no. Kaya tinatawag nga itong makabagong Silk Road, no. Pero ito ay isa sa napakahalaga na proyekto na ginagawa ngayon ng China, and the Philippines actually is one of the countries na talagang kaakibat or kaagapay ng China dito sa kanyang layunin na to, no, na itong payabungin yung infrastruktura na makakatulong naman sa pagkakaroon nga ng mas maayos na ekonomiya, hindi lamang ng dalawang bansa, no, kundi ng buong mundo.
China is the country's largest trading partner, major source of official development assistance, and before the pandemic, the second largest source of tourist arrivals. President Marcos' state visit in China is his seventh overseas trip since he assumed the presidency. It is also his first bilateral visit to a non-member of ASEAN. The number rise further as rescuers are cited. The Philippines is ranked among the most vulnerable nations to the impacts of climate change, and scientists have warned that storms are becoming more powerful as the world gets warmer. Most of the fatalities have been in the province of Misamis Occidental on the southern island of Mindanao. More than 270,000 people had to seek emergency shelter as downpours inundated rural villages, left more than 4,500 houses damaged or destroyed, and wiped out over 7,000 hectares of cropland. Vietnam mobilized soldiers and engineering experts to try to free a 10-year-old